And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Today's hazardous weather graphic here showing a wind and weather advisory out for the Yukon Delta and St. Lawrence Island for later tonight and through tomorrow for snow and blowing snow. For tonight and tomorrow for snow and blowing snow if visibility is reduced due to those conditions. Then a high wind warning out here for the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula. Next big storm rolling up this evening, actually tonight, bringing wind gusts to 75 miles an hour as it moves on through tonight and early tomorrow morning. Satellite imagery showing another front dissipating here. We had another one that broke apart. Those clouds already up into the northern interior. Trailing back had passed across the northern panhandle earlier today and now into the Yukon. This next one moving eastward as well and weakening, bringing some areas of light snow along the North Gulf Coast into south central Alaska, or mixed conditions actually, with temperatures in the mid-30s, say over toward Whittier and into Portage, with some light snow but nothing heavy at all occurring from Seldovia northward. A few flurries around Kenai, Soldotna, and Homer, and that's about it so far. And that extends back across the Yukon Delta into Norton Sound with the main low center back out here west of the Pribilof Islands. And next system down here to the south, already spreading clouds up into the eastern Aleutians, and that will continue with the main low center still down to the south there, but that'll pull right up to just west of Nikolsky tonight. But on the chart today, we have the first low here out over the Bering Sea. Windy, showery conditions for the Pribilofs, western Aleutians, eastern Aleutians, and the Alaska Peninsula with a main front up into the interior. And again, areas of light snow occurring from St. Lawrence Island and also along a weak trough there over the Chukchi Sea Seward Peninsula. And extending into across much of southern Alaska here. Dry for the Copper River Basin up through the Tanana Valley in over toward the Tanana-Galena area northward to the Arctic coast. Dry conditions today with light winds and temperatures warmer than they have been, and they'll continue to edge upward over the next couple of days. Otherwise, partly sunny conditions over the southeast coast with a few showers up to the north there, and some, again, mixed rain and snow along the North Gulf Coast. Tonight, that low center drifts eastward, increasing the chance of moisture over the panhandle tonight, all the way down to the Queen Charlotte Islands. And remnants of this front keeps a chance of light snow for the North Gulf Coast, and could see anywhere from half an inch or so of snow, maybe a little bit more. Some areas will just see hardly anything at all here as that swings up across south central Alaska. But here in the shaded area, chance of snow from the Brooks Range all the way down across much of the western southwest interior, and mixed rain and snow. Next storm bringing again, storm and gale force winds up into the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, western Alaska Peninsula tonight. 963 millibars there, and tomorrow that continues northward here, deepening 957 millibars. So the strongest winds will be late tonight and tomorrow morning here for the eastern Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula. Again, gusts 75 miles an hour, and storm warnings will diminish to gale warnings during the afternoon hours. And this low center tracking just west of the Pribilof Islands. Look for strong winds there, and also full gales, possible storm force winds here for the southwest coast. Areas of snow all the way up to the Bering Strait, and most of the moisture along and behind the front here, with probably mostly rain or rain mixed with snow here for the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, becoming more of a snow shower condition with pretty windy conditions all across the Aleutians out of the northwest here for the western areas. Westerlies, maybe gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour all along the Aleutian chain. Different story over the interior. High pressure over near the Yukon makes for light winds and partly sunny skies from the Brooks Range to much of the central and eastern interior, right down into the Gulf of Alaska and the North Gulf Coast. Could see some sun over at Yakutat with light winds. Chance of showers over the southern panhandle. And then for the outlook on Wednesday, sunshine across all the southeast coast with light winds. About the same here in the interior. Northward to the Arctic coast again, a few lingering light snow showers over the western North Slope, western Brooks Range area. Nothing significant. Much more significant storm system here moving gradually northward, starting to weaken now just southwest of St. Matthew Island, that front bringing snow and blowing snow to the St. Lawrence Island area, coastal areas of the Yukon Delta to Nunivak Island. Snow showers, gusty winds, 40 miles an hour gusts for the Pribilof Islands. Much lighter winds now for the Aleutians behind the storm, with some sunshine and dry conditions for the Alaska Peninsula, eastern Aleutians, all the way out toward Adak. And then snow showers from Adak westward to Chimionat And yet another weak low develops along this front here just east of Kodiak Island, and that'll bring a chance of some snow up to the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound area, mainly southern Cook Inlet into Kamishak Bay and closer to the front. Lows tonight, 15 to 40 below, coldest over the Yukon Flats again, and below zero up over the Arctic coast, westward near zero over the interior to mid-20s for the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta out toward the coastline there. Bering Sea ranging from 4 there for St. Lawrence Island, upper 20s for the Pribilofs, and upper 20s to lower 30s for the Aleutians, mid to upper 30s for the Alaska Peninsula, upper 20s Kodiak Island, about 10 to 15 below in the Copper River Basin, and 20s northern Panhandle with lower 30s down to the south. Highs for tomorrow, upper 30s for the Kodiak area into Bristol Bay, near 40 for the Alaska Peninsula and eastern Aleutians, mid-30s for the Pribilofs, upper 20s St. Lawrence Island. Coldest again, right around 20 below or 15 to 20 below for the Yukon Flats. Otherwise, Tanana Valley rising above zero. Fairbanks about 9, 5 to 10. About covers it there with mid-20s south central Alaska and in the 30s for the southeast coast. Lows on Wednesday morning. Lower to mid-20s for the northern Panhandle. Otherwise, lower 30s to the south, 10 to 15 below in the Copper River Basin, and again about 5 below here for the central interior, and 28 below for Fort Yukon. Warming into the 20s for the overnight lows here over the western interior, and lows about 10 to 15 for south central Alaska, 24 for Homer, and then the highs for Wednesday afternoon. Some areas seeing quite a bit of sunshine. Possibly south central Alaska. Here's a look for highs in the mid to upper 20s there. And still a little below zero over the eastern areas, but much warmer here as you head west. Lower 30s for Nome, Savunga, and St. Michael. Lower 30s also for the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta. Mid to upper 30s Bristol Bay, near 40 for the Alaska Peninsula. And again in the 30s to near 40 for the southeast coast.